Did you know that the fashion industry is the second largest pollutant in the world? That's right, just after the oil industry. They account for more emissions than all international flights and maritime shipping combined. When you buy an article of clothing, let's say a shirt, the chances are you don't really give a second thought about what it takes to make it. So let me walk you through the cost of producing a single cotton t-shirt. It takes 2,700 liters, or about 700 gallons of water, to grow the cotton used to make one shirt. That's enough water for a person to drink for 2.5 years. About 160 grams of pesticides and herbicides will be used, many of which have been linked with an increased risk of cancer for the farmers who use them, and an average of 2.2 kilograms of carbon dioxide will be released into the air. When you no longer want the shirt and you throw it away, it'll end up with other 11 million tons of textiles that are trashed each year. I chose to do my project on the environmental impact of fashion because I've always enjoyed expressing myself through my clothing, and I wanted to create something that was uniquely my own. Up to this point, I was barely conscious that I was a huge contributing part to a massive problem. My original project was going to be based solely on fashion design, and I was going to use old fabrics from old clothes that I had around my house because I wasn't able to go out and purchase materials due to the pandemic, and I didn't want to order any unnecessary Amazon items. So this led me to the idea that I could use this project to advocate for recycling and reusing old items to reduce waste. So I started doing some research, and I was shocked to learn that this issue is much grander and more extensive than I thought. The fashion industry accounts for almost 10% of global carbon emissions, 85% of human-made ocean debris, and it is the second largest water consumer worldwide. 20,000 liters of water are needed to produce just 1 kilogram of cotton, and 200 tons of fresh water are needed to dye 1 ton of fabric. 70 million trees are cut down each year to make clothes, and 23 kilograms of greenhouse gas are generated for each kilo of fabric produced. Those are a few of the many statistics, yet they show how we are dealing with a massive problem most people are blindly contributing to. I started my project by sketching some basic fashion sketches. I was actually really shocked at how much detail goes into these. They have to be very precise because the body proportions have to be exact. Next, I designed the actual shirt I was going to be making, and that is a picture of me actually using a sewing machine to create the shirt. I've never used a sewing machine in my life before, so that was definitely a little bit of a learning process. This is what the final product actually turned out like. The checkered fabric is made from an old skirt that I had, and the navy blue as well as the bows are made from an old set of pants. I took all the leftover scraps to a recycling center nearby my house. So I'm not saying everyone here should never buy new clothes again and that you're required to wear makeshift clothes made out of organic plants that you grow in your own backyard, although that would be cool. But what I do want everyone to learn from this is that fashion should serve as an outlet for self-expression. And I encourage all of you to see it as that instead of the chore that you have to do of dressing yourself every morning. However, I truly hope you consider the information that I shared with all of you today and that you really reevaluate your environmental impact on this earth. Although this problem has no clear solution, we can all do our best to help this earth out. Buy less clothes, buy more high-quality clothing, mend severed clothes, or buy secondhand. Instead of throwing out old clothing, donate it, recycle it, or pass it down as a hand-me-down. Choose organic fibers, natural fibers, or fibers with low water consumption, such as linen and recycled fibers. Choose clothes made in countries with stricter environmental regulations for factories, such as the US, Canada, and Europe. Because if all 300 million Americans reused a single t-shirt in 1 year, we would save 210 billion gallons of water and 1 million pounds of CO2. We carry a lot of power to make a difference, so let's do something about it, and let's make a positive change for this earth.